according to Bild, Bayer Leverkusen have rejected Liverpool's second offer for Florian Wirtz, and LFC are trying to push the total package down to 135 million euros, whereas Bayer Leverkusen continue to demand 150. Bayer Leverkusen do currently not believe that the Wirtz deal could be in jeopardy, but they're holding out. We've got a few maybe extra cards in our deck. We could maybe give them a player or two to sweeten the deal. But let me ask you this, because we've never seen our club spend over 100 million. Never. And listen, we've offered them a package of 135 million euros. But would it actually just be too much for 150 million euros? I mean, we're talking figures that we've never even computed before as a Liverpool fan. How do you think this one ends?
There was once a world-class centre-attacking mid that Liverpool had that went for a very similar price. Yep. Look what happened to him afterwards. We all know who I'm talking about, right? Phil Coutinho, mate. Felipe. He was phenomenal. He genuinely was at that point in his career for Liverpool. 6 months before he left. Oh my days, he was unstoppable. And I just feel like price tags like this really affect players going into the season. And I really feel like even Florian Wirtz himself is going to be like, I'm leaving this club, so you need to find me somewhere to go. Liverpool are that place. He's chose us, right? No one else. If you look at Bayern Munich, they're not going to pay 150 mil. Real Madrid are not going to pay 150 mil. Man City have said they're not going to pay 150 mil. Leverkusen need to stop messing about now, mate. I know they want the money for him, and they should, because he's a fantastic player. But next season, if you keep him at your club, he's going to go for a free. So cash in on him now while you can, instead of trying to get an extra 20, 14 million. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that much of a big thing. I think it's quite frustrating for Liverpool fans because we've been catfished so many times. Is it catfish the right word? Yeah. Where, you know, Caicedo, Lavia, and we're just super anxious about this transfer. It's actually becoming annoying now. Like, I want the kid to play for us, but I don't want to overspend for him either. £150 million for any player is ridiculous. I don't care. I'd pay for Messi in his prime for 150 million. But anything else, lad, it's just a ridiculous price tag. I don't know what they're doing other than trying to just maximise their payout. And I understand why, because they're not going to get any players like this or transfers like this for a good while, especially with players like Tar leaving on a free. We got Framey for cheap. I know what they're doing, but they need to find a way to make this work for both the player and the clubs, because 150 million is too much to ask for any individual on the planet. I don't care who it is. Ridiculous.
Yeah, you make a good point there, because we have already got Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen as well. We activated his release clause, £29.5 million, I think. Is this them saying, look, you've already had one of our lads on the cheap? I know it's technically legal, it's the release clause. Yeah. But is this them saying, well, you're not just coming here and taking who you want? Like, we're going to make it really difficult for you.
Absolutely. We're a Premier League club. We just won the Premier League. But they know we've got money. They're like, giz it. Giz all of that winnings right there. And it would be if Frimpong and Wirtz to take up the whole 180 mil that we've accumulated, basically. I think I'm seeing somewhere now on the internet where what you said about Gerald Quansah or Harvey Elliott, and I've seen a price tag around 90 million with one of them. That's a fine deal for me. I'll take that. You're under £100 million, so the price tag's not so big on Florian's head. And you get a good player in Harvey or Quansah, which is going to add to their arsenal and definitely bolster them and give them quality that they're going to lack having sold Frimpong and Wirtz. I just don't think that Liverpool will fall out 150 million. There's going to have to be a compromise somewhere. I just want to talk about the plane that you were talking about. We need to start thinking about these things. Unless the clubs have agreed something, then he can't go anywhere, right? He can't do medicals, he can't agree, he's already agreed the personal terms, but he can't write out contracts because there's no price tag to give him. So we can't do any of that.
That's what we've got to agree on.
So it'll actually be Liverpool going to Leverkusen, not Florian coming to Liverpool. That I'd be looking for, not the other one. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough one, because I think initially when this news came out, we were so excited. We thought, wow, look at us spending all this money. But this one has dragged on a little bit. I know the window, I mean, how ungrateful are we, right? The window literally opened yesterday and we're complaining that we've not already got 2 players in. But I think because this one has maybe dragged on a week and a half, you almost want these things to get done a bit sooner so you can almost know. But again, are we overreacting here? I mean,
probably.
The window's been open for 2 days. Do we just let the club do what they're going to do and maybe this time on Wednesday it's done? Or
Probably. I know, like, when you're looking at other players that have been signed to the Premier League, particularly Chelsea, you look at Caicedo and you look at Enzo, they both got sold for ridiculous price tags. And I just don't want that to become Liverpool after the reputation that we've built over the years to hardball people ourselves and get the right price for players. But if... I don't know what to think about this because I want that player. I want Florian Wirtz.
But for how much?
Exactly. What's the max we go to? That's a good question. What's the maximum? You let us know in the comments as well. The
I
maximum
think we've already hit
play.
the maximum.
So would I. £109 million for a player. One player is a ridiculous fee. That's
and let's
a
be
lot of
honest,
money.
we want the player.
Yeah.
But it looks like Luis Diaz is maybe on his way to Barcelona. Or Saudi. There's been interest there. We saw a post from his partner yesterday, which looked like a bit of a goodbye post, to be honest. A bit cryptic.
Oh, what that was.
Harvey's put out a bit of a cryptic post. Obviously, Nunes is probably going to leave. Diogo Jota's future's like a bit up in the air. And yes, we want Florian Wirtz, but it makes me think. Well, if we're prepared to spend over 100 million on a central attacking midfielder / winger. Like, we also need to spend a good 60, 70 on a striker as well. So, I mean, where do we put the money, basically? Fabrizio did say, though, that Liverpool are still confident in securing the signature. New talks scheduled this week, aiming to finalise the deal with Bayer Leverkusen soon. And all Liverpool fans are just hoping this one doesn't drag on too long.
And doesn't get pulled from underneath us, mates, because we want this player. He is one of the best players in the world right now. Without a shadow of a doubt, we want him at Liverpool, but we just can't go too far. And if there's anything I know about Michael Edwards so far, and I'm going to say Richard Hughes right now because he's got a few good deals already, they don't go over, and they do play hardball themselves, and they won't make us look silly. I don't think they will. I think the deal with 90 million and a player sounds perfect to me. If they can accept that, how much would you value Javier Herrera? 50, 60?
Yeah.
How much Quanta?
And even Quanta, with the ceiling that he has got,
I've seen what they put the price tag on.
Homegrown. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to them, but...
Have you seen how much Liverpool rated them for? I've put them on the market for
40?
50.
Yeah.
And I that is overvalued, and I think they've done it on purpose, just in case Leverkusen want them, so they can go, right, well, there's our bargaining chip. He's 50 mil. So if you want him, we're going to have to take the price down on the fee. And I think that's a great way of doing it. They're smart. They've come up with that early as well in the transfer window. Seeing it the other day, and I was like, that's what they're doing there, clever. But we need him. We need Wirtz. He offers a different thing. He offers a different strategy for us. He really does. And if you combine Frimpong with Wirtz, the last 2 seasons, lad, they've had 111 goal involvements.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. For a right back as well.
A right back and a central mid together. That is phenomenal. So I understand Leverkusen going, hey, you've taken 111 goal involvements offers. You need to pay for it. Get it.
Because if you were them, you'd be asking the same thing.
I think we've got to hold them as well. I think, yes, we want that player and we want him in our team. But you need to sell this player as well. You need to get rid of him because if you don't, he's going to go for a free. So let's work with each other here. Stop trying to get too much out of us. We're meeting you in the middle. We're giving you loads of money. Just accept the offer. I think 115 mil, 120, I'll go signed. Yeah. You're not getting a single penny more. That's enough. And then no player signed or 90 mil on a player. That's what I'd say.
90 mil on a player. Let us know in the chat. I mean, I'd rather keep Harvey Elliott, to be honest.
I love Harvey Elliott.
I mean, but he could almost be a direct replacement for Florian Wirtz.
It makes sense, mate. Also, though,
given to us.
Tars just went to Bayern Munich. So, great replacement there. Quanta. I'd prefer Quanta and 90 mil. That would be, and keep Harvey Elliott. But
I just don't think that's realistic.
It's not going to happen because we can't have 3 number 10s at the club. It just won't work.
Yeah, this story actually broke on May the 23rd.